Welcome back to Zombicide Black Plague. We're playing Quest to the Black Book. And we've completed none of the scenario objectives so far. We need to get the Black Book. We need to get both vault artifacts. And we need to get one character into the red. And I made a mistake in the last episode. I had Anne exchanging items with Baldric. They can't do it. They're not in the same location. Basically, Anne took Baldric's hammer and gave him her sword. So what we're going to do instead is she's going to do the same thing, but she's going to do it with LB the Dwarf. She's going to give LB the Dwarf her short sword, and she's going to take LB the Dwarf's hammer. So that clears that up. And so I guess let us begin. Baldric is up first. He has a disintegrate spell, a hammer, and he is in this room. So the first thing he's going to do is a search action. So for first action, and he gets a hand crossbow. Uses bolts. One action to reload. Okay. Free in the end phase. It's 0 to 1, rolls 2 dice, hits on a 3+, does 1 damage per hit. Okay. Somebody has plenty of bolts. Nellie's got plenty of bolts, so probably want to do an exchange with Nellie for that. He has 2 more actions left. You can only search once on your turn, so he'll go 1, 2, and he'll join the party. That's the end of Baldric's turn. Up next, LB the Dwarf, who has Mana Blast that he got in exchange for Disintegrate with Baldric earlier. So he has a bit of ranged ability. And I suppose his... Oh man, we are in... Well, hang on, let me rethink what's going on here a little bit for Baldric, because we have 3... Oh man, we have 3 ranged Deadeye snipers down, Deadeye walkers, and they're going to be able to hit this zone. So I think Baldric's just going to move 1 space and end his turn there. So these guys are out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Baldric can't be hit. Now we're into LB the Dwarf. So Baldric basically giving up his action, which I think is wise, because he doesn't want to be in range of this, because I don't think we can take these guys out. It's not really possible. Now we have LB the Dwarf. Oh man, I wonder if we should just... He has 4 actions. I think he's going to do a similar thing. He's going to go 1, 2 in here for his first 2 actions. His third action will be to search. All right, he gets Dragon Bile. That's excellent. So he'll put that in his backpack, and then he's going to move out here to join Baldric. That's going to be the end of his turn. Nellie up next. Nellie has a free move action, so she's going to take her free move action to go here. Now she has 3 actions. The first thing she's going to do, or is she want to search? I think she wants to search. Free move, first action moving in the room. Her second of 3 actions is to search, and she gets a sword. Rolls 2 dice, hits on a 4+. Okay, that's pretty good. She can dual wield it, but not with the bastard sword. So I think she's just going to put that in her backpack. And she's got... So that was a free move. 1, that was 2. So she has 1 more action. She'll move out here with the crew. So they're all sort of backing away from these guys and the runner. Now up next is Arnaud. He's got a short bow. And the problem is, even if he moves here and kills this guy in his first turn, he doesn't have enough actions to get out of this spot, which is still in the range of the Deadeye walkers. So he's got 3 actions. I suppose he's going to go 1. Can you do an exchange with anybody for anything? Not really of any use, I don't think. Although he has a torch, and I think he's going to do an exchange with LB the Dwarf, who has the Dragon Bile, because now he has a torch, and he's going to put his axe in his backpack instead, and he's going to put Dragon Bile in his hand. So now Arnaud has Dragon Bile, so he can light a space on fire, and that, I believe... Okay, so that was 1. That was his second action. His third action, I think he's just... Does he want to do any more swapping with anybody else? I don't think so. So up next is Anne. Now Anne has 4 actions. So she's going to do Bloodlust. Her first action is to move up to 2 spaces into a zone with a zombie and attack him. So this is all her first action. She has the hammer hits on a 4+. Come on. And oh yeah, is there ever any doubt? When Anne is around, the slaying happens. She goes from 12 experience up to 13. She still has 3 actions left. 1, 2, 3. She joins the rest. So we're all sort of huddled outside here around the green spawn point at the end of the turn. But yes, of course, it is now time for all the zombies to move. And I think I can get everything on screen here to move. So we might as well move these guys first. The baddie's going to move here. The 2 walkers will move there. These 2 walkers are going to, of course, move this way. These 2 guys are going to continue down the road this way. The necromancer trying to get to that exit point. The fatty and 3 walkers are going to move here. Oh, we are going to have so many zombies on the board here in a second. Now, all these guys haven't moved. The Deadeye walkers have a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's at range 4. So they're just going to take an extra step forward. And the regular walkers, of course, are going to shamble along. And all these walkers are going to come out here. All right. We've done all of the zombie movement. Now it's spawn time. So I'm just going to catch my breath here. We're going to come back and we're going to do a spawn. All right, it's spawn time and everybody's in the yellow, and that's just not good, but it's what it is. So first spawn, second spawn, third and fourth spawn. So our first spawn in yellow, oh great, an abomination. But we do have, so we get the abomination, we do have Dragon Bile and a torch. So we can kill this guy if it becomes an issue. So Arnaud has that ability, so not totally too worried. All right, that was the first spawn, second spawn in the north. In the yellow, we get 1 fatty. Okay, 1 fatty. Well, we've got a couple of hammers, so that's not terrible. Our first spawn down here on the regular spawn point in the yellow is a double spawn, which means our green necromancer spawn point is going to get 2 spawns, which means a double spawn. So that was the first spawn here. Then we're going to have 2 spawns over here. So to try to keep track of everything, this still gets 1 more spawn from the double spawn, 2 fatties. Okay, things getting a little bit uglier than I would care for. So 2 fatties, and now we get a double spawn over here. Wow, this ramps up quickly. A double spawn. Oh, 4 walkers. Oh, goodness. That's... yeah, the abomination has 4 walkers with him. That's great. So he comes with a little entourage. Okay, his little marching band with him. And another spawn for the double spawn in yellow. Holy key rapo. A double spawn up here now. Holy man. The necromancer. For the first spawn, he's going to move 1 space. Oh boy, if he gets off the board, that's going to become a permanent spawn point. And the second spawn for up there, all standard fatties get 1 activation. Oh boy. So we're going to do the same thing. This fatty's going to move here. This fatty's going to move in here. That's those fatties. These 2 fatties move here. That fatty moves here and this one moves there. So, holy man, that was terrible. That was our first spawning for our first turn. And as you can see, this is really starting to look a bit ugly. We have such a horde of zombies, and of course we have to get over here. We don't want this necromancer to escape though, which is really, wow, this is really something. I have to think about what we're going to do. First up is going to be LB the dwarf, and we're going to have to figure out what we want to do with him. I'm just going to see if I can make logical sense to get rid of these 3 Deadeye walkers, because if we can't, we're probably going to have to skirt down this way first. Oh, bad news. Okay, I've taken a look at what we can possibly do, and I think it's we got to get rid of this necromancer, and we're gonna plow our way through here to get to that corner. Is it going to work? I don't know, but it will be fun trying. So up first is LB the dwarf. Now he has mana blasting and he has 4 actions. So his first two actions are going to be to move 1-2 right up to the face of these guys. Now he's going to be rolling Mana Blast twice, because he has 4 actions. So it hits on a 4+, does 1 damage. So we're going to see if he can take down 1 or 2 of these walkers. Of course he's targeting the Deadeye walkers first, and he gets 1 of them. So 1 of the Deadeye walkers is eliminated. That gives him an experience. He's going from 7 to 8. And that's the end of his turn. So did we do what we needed to do? We'll find out here in a bit. All right, Nellie is up next. Oh, this is... Unfortunately, Baldric goes last, and he's the guy with Disintegrate. Ha! Nellie, eh? I think Nellie, she can't... She has a free move. She'd have to... No. She's just going to take her free move to go here. Now she has 3 actions left. And if she want to go in here, she has the Bastard Sword rolling 2 dice. She would only get 1 attack to try to hit the fatty and do 2 damage. Oh boy, what does she want to do with that? Oh, hang on. Before we do anything, we're going to forget that. We're back to Nellie. Nellie's first action will be to trade with Baldric. She's trading with Baldric, which means she's going to take the hand crossbow and she's going to put it in her hand. That's her first action. So she has 2 actions left and a free move. So with her free move, she's going to move here. Then her second action is to move here, and her third action, I knew I had this kind of figure. Her third action is to use the hand crossbow, rolls 2 dice, hits on a 3+, and does 2 single points of damage. So, and it takes 1 action to reload, but this is her final action, so it will reload in between turns. Oh, a 6 and a 5. Our core players are ramping up. So she gets 2 Deadeye Walkers eliminated. That's exactly what we wanted. Fortunately, that doesn't take her into the yellow, though, and that gives her 5 experience. That's the end of Nellie's turn. Up next is Arnaud. And Arnaud has only 3 actions, but he's going to go 1-2 to this space. And for his third and final action, he will shoot into this little squad of 4 walkers with his short bow, hitting on a 3+, doing 1 damage, and he has plenty of arrows. So if he misses, he can re-roll it. A 4 is not a miss. He takes down a walker, and that's good, which gives him another experience. He's 1 away from yellow. Unfortunately, otherwise he'd have another action. Not bad. Now we have Anne, who has a hammer. Now, Anne, oh boy. Anne, I think, might as well take this fatty out. So she's going to do her Bloodlust. Her first action is to move in here with the hammer. She has 4 actions, so pretty confident she can take this fatty down. Hits on a 4+ and will do 2 damage. Ooh, Anne misses. Okay, that was her first of 4 actions. She gets 3 more dice rolls to try to get a 4+. Well, there she does it on her second. Boom, the fatty is done. And goes up to 14 experience. She's still... 19 takes her into the orange. She still has 2 actions left, so 1-2. She's going to join the party. So she took the fatty out, joined the rest of the party. Up last is Baldric. Bumbling Baldric, the team leader. With 3 actions. 1-2. And he's going to use Disintegrate. So let's take a look at Disintegrate. It's a combat spell, and if you roll a 6, it does +1 damage, which in this case not going to mean anything, but something to keep in mind, which I'll probably forget later in the series. All right, 0 to 1, he's at 1 range. You're rolling 3 dice, hits on a 5+. Okay, Baldric, let's see what you can do. He's going to be rolling 3 dice against these guys, hits on a 5+. Wow, he must be learning something. He gets 2 hits. 2 of these walkers are eliminated, which actually takes Baldric 1-2 into the yellow, giving him 1 more action. Cool, so he has another action. He'll use Disintegrate again to try and take out the last walker in the spot. And he gets 1-5. That's all he needs. Another experience point. Way to go, Baldric. I can't make fun of you too much in this series. You actually did something. Okay, so that actually went according to plan. We cleaned that area out. Unfortunately, now we're going to be going into the zombie turn. And yeah, okay, that's going to be interesting. We have Nelly with a hand crossbow and plenty of bolts, and we have Arnaud with Dragon Bile, a torch, a short bow, and plenty of arrows. And yeah, so that's all looking pretty good. Let me just get the camera just a little bit here, and then we're going to move all of these lovely, lovely little zombie models. All right, zoom down a little bit, but I still have everything in place. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys are going to go this way. That's, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these guys will go here. And all of these guys are going to pile into here, but we've got a lot of nice spells and bows and things. Let me do all these guys first so I don't get screwed up here. So all of those guys have now moved. The Necromancer, oh man, I don't know if we're going to take that Necromancer down. Whoops, as I throw the Abomination all over the place. Come on, you dopey thing, stand up. It should have a bigger base. One complaint. And then this guy moves in here. Fatty moves here. These guys are all going to come trucking down here. And now it's time. Boy, they're slippery too. Okay, and now it's time. What's the range of Dragon Bile? I think it's only range of 0 to 1. Okay, actually, not the end of the world. I think this is going to be good. We'd have our Nod move in here and Dragon Bile this whole place. I think that's going to work. But we'll have to wait for the next episode to find out. All right, that's everybody moved, and now I'm going to, I guess, back the camera out again. And we're going to do a final spawn for the episode to see what complete nastiness is going to befall us. And then the first player for our start of our next episode is going to be Nelly. She's got the bastard sword, the hand crossbow, all kinds of fun stuff to deal with these pesky little pests. All right, let's have the spawn, and that will be the end of this episode. All right, all spawn zones are seeable. Our first spawn zone here. We're still everybody in the yellow. Oh my god, 4 walkers. Well, this is just going to ramp our experience up like crazy. We haven't gotten into one crypt yet. We got to mow our way through these guys to get to that other door on the other side of the board down here and get into that room. Wow, I don't know. We're going to be in the red zone here before we know it. So that's spawn number 1. And then we're going to go to the north, and we're going to get 2 runners. Okay, 2 runners appear up here. It's not, again, the end of the world. 2 runners. Our 3rd and 4th spawn points. That extra spawn point is not good. 2 walkers at our standard spawn point. Showing up here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of killing in the next episode. And their Necromancer spawn point. 4 walkers. Holy mackerel. Okay. So 4 walkers here. Oh, yay. We're almost starting to get a little low on walkers now. We only have about 8 left. Huh. Okay. That is going to conclude our episode. So thanks so much for watching along. This is Zombicide Black Plague. We're playing Quest 2, the Black Book. And I don't know. I think we're okay, but we're getting a bit of trouble. Again, we haven't concluded any of our objectives yet. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Really appreciated. Join me next time for the continuation of Zombicide Black Plague with Quest 2, the Black Book, with Baldrick's bumbling band of adventurers. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.